Hello, this is my first video post show. Our show for the end of the term was just this past weekend. We finished up on Saturday night, striked the set, um, and today is our first day off. Tomorrow I'll see the participants again, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of this week. So this week, what I really want to do is do some student archiving and data collection, get some feedback, and really get a sense of what their experience was for this whole project. The performance itself was great. I thought that I would have more to say about it, but it was great. Everything went the way that I thought it would go. We had some technical issues with the sound, which was completely beyond our control. One of the speakers in the theater is blown, and we didn't know that until we played the audio track with the layered text, and only one side of the text was playing because only one of the speakers was working. And we wouldn't have known that had I not had this complex um, sound for our show. So small thing. It was a little. I was happy that the piece wasn't based on the music in that way for that section with the text. That was the section that the participants made up their own movement to depict the folktale that we made up in class. So that was their group work, and when they made it up, I didn't give them the sound to work with. They just worked on their own and found their own music or found their own sound that they wanted to explore, knowing that it would be different for the show. And then we kind of moved things around and, excuse my cat, kind of moved things around. So it didn't, some things had definite sound cues, but luckily it wasn't the side of the sound that wasn't working. All that to say, it went really well. Yeah, I don't really have anything else. I didn't. I'm just really interested to know what the experience was like. What I can say is the intentional warm ups. This cat is really doing a lot. The intentional warm ups that we were building before getting ready for the show, before production week, that all kind of went out the window because once we get into production week, we start to warm up and get ready as a full company. So both groups of students are all dancing together and getting ready for the show because they have so many different pieces, student pieces and faculty pieces as well. So it kind of, we weren't able to ground as intentionally in our specific practice because there were other needs in the room. But we were able to invite some other dancers into our process and into our practice to share some of the things that we do that are just helpful across the board. What is happening? Yeah, so that's one thing in the past 2 weeks that's been consistent. The intentionality behind the warm up and behind the check ins, and just being able to take that time to really be grounded in our practice, that kind of waned over the production week. So I am wondering, in looking back at the practice and what actually happened, where are there places where I can build in more intentionality? Where is it okay to let go of some of that? Where did it work fine? Where did I see that it was really a detriment? So I'm going to think back to that and probably write about that this week. But the experience itself was great, and I'm working with my mentor tomorrow, my fieldwork mentor, Shannon, to talk about, or not tomorrow, on Wednesday, to talk about some student archival practices and data collection which she is heavily immersed in right now. So I'm really excited to hear some of her ideas and try some of her practices that she's been working on with collecting my own data for this project, and then seeing where we will go with it next term. And we kind of have talked about an idea, since my school works on terms, trimesters, and semesters. It gets a little crazy, but I'm looking forward to working with her on this section of it for sure. And I'll let you know what we find out.